The purpose of the sandbag lift is to assess the participant's physical capability to handle various materials. The sandbag weighs 20 kilograms, which represents a variety of environmental or trade-specific materials. This common military task is directly related to sandbag fortification. The participant will stand upright, facing the wall, directly behind one of the sandbags, so that the line on the floor is positioned between their feet. They will remain in this position until the force evaluator gives the go command. You will count aloud 3, 2, 1, go, and start the clock on the go command. The participant will pick up the first sandbag with 2 hands and lift the sandbag to touch the midline of the sandbag on or above the intersecting lines at 1 meter above the floor. If the sandbag is not horizontal when it touches the wall, the entire sandbag must clear the 1 meter line on the wall. The participant may lift the sandbag using the pigtail, kneel, or use their knee to help raise the sandbag. Once the sandbag's midline is on or above the intersecting lines on the wall, they can release the sandbag and let it fall to the floor. Once the participant releases the sandbag, they will move sideways so that the other line on the floor is positioned between their feet. The CAF member may only start to move sideways after the sandbag has been pressed on the wall. The participant picks up the second sandbag and touches the sandbag's midline on or above the intersecting lines on the wall before releasing it and moving back to the first line and sandbag. The participant will repeat this process, moving back and forth until the sandbag has been lifted correctly for a total of 30 times. Upon completion of the 30th lift, you will stop the clock on your stopwatch and record their time to the nearest tenth of a second. You will count aloud each correct lift to the participant. Upon completion of the task, the member will receive a mandatory rest period of 5 minutes, but no more than 8 minutes, before the next task. The participant must adhere to the following guidelines during the sandbag lift. During the sandbag lift, the member must have both feet straddling the line on the floor while performing each lift. Only start moving sideways after the sandbag has been pressed on the wall. Not throw the sandbag against the wall. Not grasp the sandbag straps or put their finger through the eyelet to lift the sandbag. If the participant does not follow the correct protocols, you will correct the participant's technique and the participant will correctly repeat the lift. Timing of the evaluation will not be stopped. You should encourage proper lifting technique. However, the evaluation cannot be terminated due to poor lifting technique. If the participant chooses to stoop or twist, you should cue the participant to keep their back as straight as possible while facing the wall. In the event that a participant does not meet the sandbag lift minimum physical fitness standards, the following steps are to be taken. The member must reattempt the force evaluation after the proper supplementary physical training program according to the directive DAOD 5023-2. They will not be permitted a second attempt. Force evaluators must encourage participants that did not meet the sandbag lift minimum physical fitness standards to complete the entire evaluation. If the member is unsuccessful, the force evaluator must ensure that the appropriate supplementary physical training program documentation, including D&D 279, are completed during the debrief at the end of the force evaluation.